Hello, hello, hello. Let me make some adjustments. Check one, two. Make sure my mic is working. Where is that? Okay. Check one, two, one, two. Let me see if it's working. I'll be with you. Do. Testing one. Testing one, two. I don't hear my audio. Check one, two. Check one, two. Check one, two. Okay, I do hear it. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a pleasure to be before you today. I thank everyone who will listen to this video, and it's my hope that you're touched by it. If you like what you heard, just simply subscribe, hit the subscribe button, you can comment on it, you can share with other people. Allow them to hear what you have heard, and I'm sure they'll get something out of it. To those who follow me on Facebook, I normally broadcast on Facebook once in a while, but I decided to go with YouTube and just put the link to the YouTube channel. To those who follow me, know that I always have a habit of finding messages and things that I look at. And some people say, oh, it's a gift. And I don't think I'm a good writer. I know that I'm good because I'm good. Because at times I can look at anything and bring forth a message from it, or I might be inspired from what I have heard or what I have seen. So I want you to be able to, I guess, do the same, be able to look at something and say, wow, I see a message in that. It can benefit me, it can benefit other people, and then they have the opportunity to apply it to their life if they choose to, and they can benefit from it, and hopefully they'll share with other people. So The Hidden Tears of a Black Male is from the title of my book, which I'll discuss later as a promo commercial about all my books, and the link to my webpage that you can follow me and learn more about me. But I want you to take this message and apply it to your life, as I have seen myself in it. It was not a planned message. It just popped up one day. I was walking, I got my notes and I try to stay with it. I think I can remember it. I wrote it down. But I was walking in my apartment and I saw a cockroach running across the floor toward the sofa. I said, wow, cockroach. I gotta get my shoe. And I ran to get a shoe and went under the couch. I pulled the couch back, looked under the couch, did not see the cockroach at all. I said, wow, I don't want this cockroach to come in my bedroom at night and crawl in the bed. And there's nothing I could have done. I was too late. So I looked toward the front door and I saw the cockroach going toward the door. It got caught in a corner by a spider web that I did not even see because the floor is concrete white tile, and you know spiders set up in strange places in your home. And I was heard you don't kill a spider because they kill insects and stuff that come. So this big cockroach could not escape from the spider web. It did everything to pull itself free. I just stood there and watched to see what's going to happen. I saw the cockroach turn toward the spider that was coming down the web. And it touched the leg of the spider. And the spider just started acting panicky, like their little antenna was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And the spider will retreat and come back, retreat and come back. And I said, wow, this spider going to sting this roach, maybe paralyze it, maybe go in for the kill, but they're going to kill this spider and eventually eat it for food. But the spider was much larger than the spider. It could not free itself from the strong spider web that attached to itself. And I watched for a moment, and I want to see if the spider going to be killed by the roach, but it was not. And then a little light bulb went off in my head, figuratively speaking. I said, wow, this is a message, not only for me, but for you. So I ran to get my phone to record the action I have saw. Thinking my phone was recording, I was just talking, play by play, like a announcer watching a boxing match. And then the light went off on the phone, and I realized I had forgot to hit the record button. But I remember what I saw. And then I thought about it, how it can relate to you and I. And then the spider was crawling on the floor, trying to attack the roach unsuccessfully. So he left the spider and went up to the top to his nice, strong line that hold it from one point to another point. And it crawled on top and went toward the wall. And I saw another little spider. So I wondered, were they talking, planning a strategy? How they going to capture their victim? And then the spider crawled on top of the line to try to attack the roach from above. And that was interesting. It was unsuccessful on the ground, but it went up on top to come from a different angle, different position. Another method to kill his prey. And I knew the spider heart was beating rapidly, pounding, antennas going all over the place. I knew it since me looking at it and the spider on the top of the web, knowing that it will be killed either by me or the spider or both of us at the same time. Or will I kill the spider and let the roach free to live another day? I could have killed the spider, grab hold of the roach with a tissue, open up the front door, and throw it out. And I could have done that. And then I remember that a lot of females and even some males don't like roaches. They'll paralyze themselves. They will run away. They will panic. And God forbid if they're driving, it doesn't make a difference where they will be, that if they see a spider, they will freak out because they don't like roaches for whatever reason. And that's them. But as I continued to think about what I saw, I decided to put a message together to show that you and I can be a roach in someone else's life. I'm not insulting anyone. I'm just using metaphor to show you that everything that we look at do have a message in it. It has a message within what we're looking at. We just have to be one on the outside and say, you know what? I want to see what I can learn today, how it can apply to me and how it can apply to others. And I decided to kill the spider and the roach. I grabbed my shoe and killed the roach and the spider, cleaned up the mess, and went to my desk and began to write my thoughts and did a little research and homework pertaining to the roach. It was interesting to observe that event that caused me to think about you and I. I read some interesting things about a cockroach that could be similar to our behaviors. You and I have thoughts in our head, all kinds of thoughts, thousands of thoughts crawling around and within our head. No one knows what our thoughts are until to our body, show others what we're thinking. We heard from the grandparent say, leave the baby, leave that boy alone, or leave that girl alone because they're a snake. Are they saying they're a physical snake? No, they're saying their behavior, the things they do, how they communicate, how they behave, how they perceive that something's not right with he or she. So grandmother or mother or father will warn their child, and the child will not listen until they are bitten by the very thing they're warned from. And then they cry out why they didn't see it, because they were captured by the emotions from the other individual that they allow into their mind. We must allow things in our mind before we are bitten by it or we experience it ourselves from the thought we think. So interesting when I did the homework, said cockroaches can survive 3 months without eating. Our sins are always with us. We do not have to do the sin, they're always there. We don't have to participate in the thoughts that we're thinking, the bad thoughts that's crawling around in our head as roaches waiting to manifest itself. Then the second one, cockroaches moves in, invite others, they hatch eggs, and soon after you have a full-blown infestation. They come in your house without your permission. They invite other roaches to come into the house, and they hatch eggs. And soon after that, you have a full-blown manifestation. How does that work for you and I? When you and I invite other roach-like individuals into our minds, then they start inviting other people that we would not even consider to have anything to do with. Then they will begin to lay their eggs of thoughts. Hey, you know what? I think we need to go out. Let's go out. No, I'm not the kind to go out to clubs. Oh, you old so and so. Just come on, it won't hurt. Then you get to the club or wherever they want you to go. I think we should have a drink. Or I don't drink. Well, it won't hurt. And then keep forcing, keep talking and talking about it. And then to shut them up, you just take a sip. So you allow them to plant their eggs of thoughts into your mind. They seduce you, convince you, persuade you, pressure you, and then you kind of accept it. You begin to justify it. So you allow that egg-like thought to be hatched in your head. And all of a sudden, you have a full-blown behavior. You start doing the thing that you're doing. Think about it. The thing that you're doing now are the things you have done in the past. Did you automatically do them on your own, or were you persuaded by other individuals Well, I think we should call so and so and see what they think and see what that person thinks. It can be extended family members, friends, family, husband, brothers, children, or whomever. Invite themselves into our world of thoughts, and we accept it. And then we didn't invite them in. The person that we invite in first, invite them. Number 3, the biggest attractant for cockroaches is food. Once they have invaded your home, it can be challenging to get rid of them. We attract what we think in our mind. We attract other cockroaches or friends who want to enjoy what we could offer them. And it will be challenging to get rid of them too. You attract what you think, not what you are. A lot of things people say, I want this and I want that, but they don't get this or that. They attract what they're thinking. If you are experiencing something in your life, or you're associating with other people or friends or behavior, that behavior was presented to you in the form of a thought, either a suggestion, or you thought about it, you didn't kill it, you didn't do whatever, you didn't put it aside, you allowed it to be birthed in you and you start doing it. And it'd be challenging to get rid of it. So we attract what we are, not what we want. We can't blame other people. We are the attractant. Number four, a clean home and regular pest control are the most effective way to keep cockroaches out of your home. You and I must be clean, do our best to have a clean mind and examine the thoughts that is an effect. To examine those thoughts is an effective way to keep our mind clean. When we watch certain TV shows, yeah, we can educate ourselves, but we can be captured by the show. Soap opera is a good example, or certain shows that come on at night. People get wrapped up into them so much that unknown to them, they start behaving and communicating in that manner and start thinking, wonder what happened because they allow those thoughts, roach-like thoughts, in our mind. So, like I mentioned, the grandmother and the parents say that person's like a snake. You better get rid of them, leave them alone. Have you ever heard someone, that person's a roach right there? That's a cockroach. You better leave them alone. We all have thoughts in our head that's waiting to manifest into a full-blown manifestation in our behavior. So we must keep our mind closed. We must do a self-assessment. We must examine ourselves and make sure that we have a clean mind. When we allow other cockroaches people into our lives, they invite other cockroach people who we were never associated with, and we will form an ungodly soul tie, and it will be hard to get rid of them without the truth. Our thoughts could be considered as a cockroach. We all are crawling within our house of a mind looking for some type of pleasure or food that will eventually cause us to be in our own, captured in our own or someone else's spider web of thoughts that can be harmful to self and others. Think about it. We put ourselves out there through our behaviors. We get caught in our own spider web that we weave. We cannot get free unless someone sees that we have been captured and help us to be free with the truth. I thought it was interesting. We need the shoe of truth to kill those thoughts that are harmful. We could be busy committing all kinds of bad things, not realizing that we could be struck from above. How many times we are unaware or do not care to change our behavior, cockroach of thoughts in our mind that are looking to manifest through our physical behaviors, attracting other like-minded cockroaches, various friends that's manifesting the same thing. If you are doing something legal, if you do a thing that you should not be doing, I give you an example. Someone selling drugs, an alcoholic, fornication, adultery, and whatever you can think of. You're going to attract those individuals that thinking like you. You're going to come together and think of other ways to produce more pleasure that will eventually lead to pain. You're not going to hang with someone that do not think like you. A drug dealer who sells drugs is not going to hang out with a police officer unless they're undercover and working as an informant. A person that's married will not hang with someone, should not be hanging with someone who's single, that's having a revolving door relationship, because they will be tempted to do the same thing. The company that we keep can influence us, whether we're aware of it or not. Kids, you move from one neighborhood and they start picking up behaviors from the new neighborhood that they never had before you move. Our thoughts are crawling in our mind, crawling in our head, waiting to manifest, attracting other thoughts of behavior. No one can make us do anything. It's the thoughts in our head. I'm not offending anyone because I can see myself in this message. We all have thoughts, cockroach thoughts, that will eventually want to get out. When we refuse and justify our behavior and run from the truth, thinking we have got away with it, we will experience the sowing and reaping. Judgment will fall on us. I hope that this message help reveal to you that you need to be sprayed with the truth. If not, you will be bitten by your own self-imposed bite or from someone else. How many times have you been involved with people, husband, friend, family, children, family member, who would not forgive, blame you, accuse you, lie on you, hate you, jealous of you, try to seduce you into doing or saying something that you would normally not do? They are prideful, they are stubborn, will not examine their behavior to see what part they played in the argument. You always at fault. These are some examples of cockroaches' thoughts that individuals refuse to get rid of. So I ask you today, are you ready? Are you ready to kill the cockroach that's causing you problems? Are you ready to have this behavior stomped out with the truth? I had the picture. This is a cockroach. Hope you can see it. Big one. Look at that as a leader. Look at that as your friend. Look at that as you walking around on this world, on this earth, looking to see who you can hang out with, looking to see who will invite you into their home. And then you can pick them apart with other thoughts. And then once you get in, you start talking to them about, let's do this, let's do that they would normally not do. And then what will happen? You have multiple cockroaches coming into your house. Each of these roaches can be what I just described: adultery, fornication, illegal drug sale, whatever you can think of can represent a thought. So it's a roach crawling around waiting to manifest. Whether you manifest or you manifesting them yourself, or someone allow you invite into your life, cause you to let that cockroach out. And then when someone come to you, as I said, to reveal to you the truth, what do? You run away. Unbeknownst to you, you have been trapped into your own spider web, not realizing that you have been captured. So, as I mentioned, I'm an author. I mention this all the time, once in a while. These are the books that I have. He Still Speaks Now. Listen. The Seed of Zeus. You always have snakes in your head, always bite. You always have snakes in your head. Thug Desire. Lord, teach me how to pray. You need to deliver, escape from the plantation, from the eyes of cock, Black Lives Matter. And my last book, The Hidden Tears of Black Male. I'm working on another one titled, It's Not About You. And I show you these books. If you like a copy of them, if you want an autographed copy, you can send me a message to the email I'm give you. He Still Speaks Now. Listen. So I'll give you this one. He's today now at writeme.com. TODANOWWRITEME.com. Again, TODANOWWRITEME.com. You can also visit my other channels where you can learn more about me and stuff I have written on the book, written little short passages. And that's web pages. He Still Speaks Now. Listen.org. One word, all one word, everything is lowercase. He Still Speaks Now. Listen.org. Just like it sounds. If you like what you've heard, just simply subscribe to the channel, share it with other individuals, make a comment, allow them to hear what you have heard. So the next time you see a roach crawling around in your house, physical roach, and you take the shoe or you stomp it or whatever way you use to kill it, likewise, do the same thing within self. If you have a problem, an ongoing issue that's constantly crawling in your mind and you constantly doing it, it is a cockroach with other cockroaches that invited themselves in, whether you're aware of it or not, begin to be sprayed with the truth. And eventually it'll be stomped out. Thank you. Share this with other individuals I mentioned. Subscribe, hit the subscribe button. And every time I log on, you get an alert. So thank you once again.